I'd like to welcome everybody to the Lakeville Library's Banned Book Week. In celebration of Banned Book Week, we have a display at the front of our desk that has a list of the books that were banned, and we are also inviting people to take up one of these slips where it's a pledge sheet that they can pledge to read a book of their choice. Then we will post it on the desk. We'll see how many of the banned books are read by our patrons. So we encourage everybody to come in, especially during the week of September 30th through October 6th. Pick up a pledge form, fill it out, and we'll place it on our desk and hopefully cover our whole desk. The American Library Association, Office of Intellectual Freedom, promotes awareness of challenges to library materials and celebrates the freedom of speech during Banned Book Week. The event is observed during the last week of September of each year. Banned Book Week 2012 will occur between September 30th and October 6th. It's the 30th anniversary of this event. A challenge is an attempt to remove or restrict materials based upon objections of a person or group. A banning is the removal of those materials. Challenges do not simply involve a person expressing a point of view, rather they are an attempt to remove material from the curriculum or library, thereby restricting the access of others. As such, they are a threat to freedom of speech and choice. The Lakeville Library is participating in the 50-state salute to Banned Books Week by hosting a virtual readout where our patrons can declare their freedom to read by being videotaped reading from their favorite banned or challenged book. Like everyone, I've read several banned books, most of them assigned reading through school. Catcher in the Rye, Of Mice and Men, The Glass Menagerie, etc. And I have had, of my own choice, the pleasure of reading books like Their Eyes Were Watching God or The Color Purple.
I used to pretend that I was just passing through this family on my way to my real one. It isn't too much of a stretch, really. There's Kate, the spitting image of my dad, and Jessie, the spitting image of my mom. And then there's me, a collection of recessive genes that came out of left field. In the hospital cafeteria, eating rubberized French fries and red Jell-O, I'd glance around from table to table, thinking my bona fide parents might be just a tray away. They'd sob with sheer joy to find me and whisk me off to our castle in Monaco or Romania and give me a maid that smelled like fresh sheets and my own Bernese mountain dog and a private phone line. The thing is, the first person I'd have to call to crow over my new fortune would be Kate. Kate's dialysis sessions run 3 times a week for 2 hours at a time. She has a macular catheter which looks just like her central line used to look and protrudes from the same spot on her chest. This gets hooked up to a machine that does the work her kidneys aren't doing. Kate's blood, well, it's my blood if you want to get technical about it, leaves her body through one needle, gets cleaned, and then goes back to her body again through a second needle. She says it doesn't hurt, mostly it's just boring. Kate usually brings a book or her CD player and headphones. Sometimes we play games. Go out into the hall and tell me about the first gorgeous guy you find, Kate will instruct. Or sneak up on the janitor who surfs the net and see whose naked pictures he's downloading.
It was the timing. It was the worst possible timing. But you're safe here, Anton. You can stay here till the end of the war. Nobody knows about this place, and I can bring you food and books to read and say anything else that you want. Tell me what you want. Anton raised his eyes to look at me without raising his head. A bit of your courage, PB. PB, he called me, and my initials took on a strength and beauty that never before was there. And now that I had, of my own free will, broken faith with my father and my country, I felt like a good and worthy person. Anton laughed, keeping it well within his throat. After the war, when I'm with my family again, I'll tell them about how an American Jewess protected me. I searched through his words for even a slight implication that when he was with his family again, I'd be there too. But I couldn't find it. I was close to coming right out with it, asking him, begging, if he would help, to let me go where he goes.